Causes for that, can they be traced back to paralyzing car types? Absolutely. Okay. So what he did, and I've done a lot. I've been to Thailand. I've done so much training. This is the most powerful thing I've ever seen. And what Thurman Fleet did, he drew this, what he calls stick person. And the reason why he made it simple is because the mind is programmed to think in pictures. Right? If I said think of what your house looks like, you don't think of HOUSE. You think of a picture of your house. Right? So he drew the stick man. And he drew the head bigger than the body. Like the book Diary of a Wimpy Kid, my daughter reads. The head is always bigger than the body. Why is the head bigger than the body? Because the mind is much more important than the body. The body is just a manifestation of the mind. Does everybody see that? Okay? So he drew the top half as the mind, the bottom half as the body. And he said the mind is really divided up into two parts. The top half of the mind is your conscious mind. It's where thoughts come in. We have free will, right? And those thoughts that come in, the conscious mind or the thinking mind, it's like you have little antennas on top of your mind, and you make decisions based on what? What we see, what we hear, what we taste, what we touch, and what we smell. Everybody see that? Yep. Common thinking. How many of you want to be common? How many of you want to be uncommon? How many of you want to eliminate every objection you could possibly get from your client in one sentence? Mr. or Mrs. Client, in my 30 years experience, I found that 10% of the world population controls 90% of the wealth. Would you agree? Yes. Yeah. Those are what we call the uncommon thinkers. The Warren Buffetts of the world, the Stephen Jobs, the Bill Gates, the Donald Trumps of the world. Those are the uncommon thinkers. And then there's the common thinkers. That's everybody else. That's 90-10. 90% of the population controlling 10% of the wealth. The goal in this process is to get you to think uncommon. If I can't get you to do that, Joe, that's okay. That's where we part ways. Fair enough? Mm-hmm. Now, do you think he's going to come to me down the road and say, my accountant said buy term invest the difference? All I'm going to say is that the common or uncommon?
Common.
Common. So that's okay. If you want to think that way, not the right fit. Who's in control? Everybody see that? Yep. I got that from the stick person. Bob introduced this. He's in my study group. Introduced the common, uncommon, right? And LBS. So what happens is when we think commonly, like our clients, clients say, well, I read somewhere that, well, common, uncommon. Right? Well, I heard common, uncommon. Okay? So what happens is we have great thinkers don't use these qualities. Great thinkers, we've identified 9. I'm not going to get into them today. We call it the intellectual qualities. And the first one and most important is the ability to pursue a worthy ideal. The ability to pursue a worthy ideal. See, when it comes, I'm going to impact you financially, Mr. Client, because I know that your world will be better off because of our relationship together. Okay? So, the ability to pursue a worthy ideal, intuition, belief, vision, there's these 9, and we'll teach you how to harness them so that you are in the zone at any point in time, on a dime, just like that. I had one young gentleman up in Seth Medley's office, brand new in the business, 3 months. I said, I want you to stand up in front of your peers here and tell them about the benefits of life insurance. He got up there, and what happened? Froze. I took him aside. I said, let me ask you a question. See, it was in him. He knows about life insurance, right? So let me ask you a question. What's the most passionate time in your life? What do you remember the most? It was when my son was born. I said, how old was he? He said, 1.5 years. So were you in the room? He said, yeah. What was that like for you? It was unbelievable. I said, close your eyes and imagine that moment. And when you imagine that moment, I want you to just clench your fist. And he did that. I said, now before you go out and tell them again about the benefits of life insurance, I want you to just think about that. He went out there and he regurgitated about the benefits of life insurance like you would not believe. And everybody thought that I told him what to say when I took him out in the hallway. We all have that knowledge. It's in us. How do you do that? Anybody want to know how to do that? Sure. In the coaching, we'll show you. Okay? So what happens is you have these thoughts, and thoughts produced in your gut. Anybody know about butterflies? Right? There's good and bad butterflies. That's your emotional mind. That is your subconscious mind. Subconscious, conscious. Thoughts produce your feelings. Does everybody see that? Now, if I do something repeatedly, I can do an open talk like this, right? It's in my mind. It's in my subconscious mind. In the martial arts, when you learn a self-defense move, you repeat a motion over and over and over and over. Why do you do that? So you have to think about it. It's automatic. Same in our business. If we repeat something over and over and over and over and over and over, we become it. One of the greatest fighters I've ever seen was Muhammad Ali. What did Muhammad Ali always say? I am the greatest. Not only did he believe it, everybody else believed it, and he became the greatest. He was already doing what we call mind-muscle exercises. Okay? So subconsciously, he believed that he was the greatest. So when we go through our conscious, our thinking mind sinks into our subconscious mind, manifests itself in the body that causes us to take action or inaction. That produces the results that we're getting. Simple formula. Want to change the results? Let's change the way we think. Use our intellectual qualities to think a certain way. Produces a certain feeling. Creates automatic habits that causes you to take the right action that produces the results. Everybody understand this? Yep. Okay? So I want to demonstrate. I need one volunteer. You've seen that before. Another volunteer. Yes, sir. Come on. What's your name? Tom. Nice to meet you. How long have you been in business? 25 years old. What guy? No. Who were you before? I was at Northwestern Mutual in '82, so it was the same thing. Married? Married. How many kids? 4 kids. And how old are they? You have a 28-year-old? How old are you, don't mind me asking? 50. Okay. Wow, 20. I'm 51. I have a 10-year-old. So, and a 15. Do you want positive thoughts or negative thoughts first? Positive thoughts. But then I'm going to end up on a negative, so it's up to you. I'll do positive first. Positive? Okay. I want you to face the audience. Take off your jacket. Get comfortable. Face the audience. Now I'm going to give you positive thoughts. One of the things I learned in Korea is that I learned how to study energy. And you have some good energy. You may not know that. You have good energy. You have good aura in the back. Okay? So I want you to close your eyes. Now I want you to raise your arms to your side. And I'm going to give you some positive thoughts. And as I give you those positive thoughts, I'm going to press down on your arms and resist them. You got it? Okay. Now, Tom, 25-year veteran in this business. I know a little bit something about you because I make it a point to know my audience before I come. You are a top producer, will continue to be a top producer. You're at the top of your game. You're a good-looking man. You have a loving relationship with your wife. You're healthy. Look at you. You're healthy as hell. 4 loving children, right? You got the world by the you-know-what. You can be the best of the best if you choose to be the best of the best. I want you to resist me now. Okay, be strong. You work out?
I do.
You do, okay, pretty strong. Shake it out. Okay? Now I'm going to give you negative thoughts. Okay? And I want you to resist me the same way. Now, Tom, man, it's cold out here. Man, you had to walk through tunnels just to get here. I never saw anything like that before. You're in Minnesota, it's a beautiful state, but man, it's tough business. Commission disclosure here. I'm involved here. They're going to tax internal political life insurance. They're going to do away with distribution. I know that's the direction the organization is going. You're not going to make a lot of money. As a result, you're going to be stressed out. Send me life insurance. Think about it. Life insurance costs. Everyone, my uncle, going door to door, does a debit card. It's going to cause pressure in your finances, pressure with your wife. You not have much relationship with your wife or your children. I want you to resist me. Did you resist me?
Arms were getting tired.
Check it out. Check it out. Do it again. Now, I'm going to go back to positive. I don't want to be in the negative. Your arms will get tired, right? You're a good-looking man. You know that, right? I think you know that, right? I think you're a great producer. I think you're well respected in this organization. 25-year veteran. That alone is unbelievable. You have a great relationship with your wife, great relationship with your children. I think you can accomplish anything you want. I want to see you at President's Council next year because I know you have the ability to do that. I want you to resist me. Resist me. I thought you said you always retired. Enjoy the book.